is going on, mother lickers? Welcome to the Gore and More podcast. I am your host for the day. As you can see, we don't got Big Johnny D, but he's dealing with some family issues right now. So we're sending our love out to you guys.
We love you, buddy.
We're thinking
Love
about
you, bro.
you. Today is Monday, March 25th, 2024. And we got a hell of an episode today. And I know it's going to be split. It's going to be split. I feel like it's going to be split. But
be interesting.
Before we jump into all of this, we do have a very special guest with us. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you my lovely fiance, Mel.
Yay!
There she
Hey
is.
guys.
Yay.
Hello.
How's it going, honey? I see you right there behind me. She's right there behind me. So
It's going great.
That's the mind fuck right now. It's like I see her. There's two of her.
I keep pressing on my mic, turning it on and off.
Do you have the noise, like in the gear, like if you press the little gear, do you have the echo cancellation and noise suppression on?
Let me find out. Yes.
Okay, cool. Well, it's fine. Whatever. There's going to be just a little bit of extra work John has to do when we edit this show, but whatever.
It's called the shit show for a reason.
It is the shit show for a reason, but she watched this movie and she watched it with me before. So I was like, you know what? I think it'd be cool to have her on the show to talk about what she thought about this movie. And I do have a funny story coming a little bit later on. She told me not to tell it, but I'm going to tell it anyways. But before we do any of that, it's time to talk about what we did this past weekend. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your Slice of Life!
Beautiful.
Chad Daddy!
Oh, that felt right in the nuts.
That did. Yeah, I'm doing okay. You know, I'm currently fighting, I think, bronchitis again. So I will not be doing behind the scenes. Scuba Steve's going to be doing the behind the scenes today. So I'm sure he's going to kill it. I've been like really coughing a lot today. So I'm kind of worn out, pretty tired. This weekend, let's see what I did this weekend. This weekend, the kids had a bowling tournament. And that was about it. You know, I just didn't really do anything because I didn't feel very good. I stayed on the couch when I wasn't at the in-laws or at the bowling tournament. I didn't really watch anything too spectacular. I didn't watch anything that sucked. I watched this. That was about it. And that was last weekend because this was originally supposed to be our episode last week.
Yes.
But there were unforeseen circumstances. Scuba Steve was feeling under the weather pretty bad. And unfortunately, Big Johnny D still had a family emergency last week. And it popped his head up again today. So, you know, fingers crossed for you, brother. We love you. We love your family. You know.
Yep.
Excuse me. Aside from that, not much new here. You know, got my car fixed, so it's running fine. Tomorrow, my son starts soccer practice. So there goes any more free time I had because he has soccer practice. Harper has soccer practice. So that's 2 to 3 days a week, not including Saturdays when the games start.
Oh, no.
That's out of my time frame. So it is what it is. You know, it's for the kids. They'll have fun. I have fun watching. I'm really excited because Cameron's coach for this team is the same coach he had the first year he played. And that was the year they won second place. So I'm really excited for him. He's really happy. He has a couple of the same teammates.
Nice.
So we'll see how that goes. Like I said, not much new. So Bobby, what's new with you, buddy?
Not much. I saw a nice little movie on Friday called, I believe you guys know, Ghostbusters: Frozen Empire.
Yeah.
And all I will say is I loved it. I had no issues with it. I know it's mixed out there. Fair enough. I loved it. I was a little kid in a candy store. I fucking enjoyed every goddamn minute of it. And that's all I'm going to say on that. I will leave it right there. Because
I like I said, I don't know if I'll have time to even see it. You know, this weekend's pretty booked too.
When you do, and then we all talk about it, but that's as far as I'll go.
And unfortunately, Big Johnny D has not seen it yet either. So
yeah, so he still has to see it. So
yeah.
Me and my girlfriend went and saw that. Saturday, my girlfriend and I and a few of our friends, we were celebrating one friend's birthday, which is next Sunday. But we went to New York City to celebrate. We all went to the big Italian Carmine's there, and 2 plates of chicken parm, carbonara, and raviolis, and The dessert is called the Titanic, and it's just as big. And that shit didn't have a chance. It was fucking phenomenal. So we did that, and then Sunday was a nice chill day. We sat around all morning. We actually started watching the documentary, The Quiet on Set for the Nickelodeon shit.
That was a hard watch.
That is still a hard watch. They got a. So I think we started. No, we finished episode 4. There's a new episode for it. So, man,
I want to see Disney now.
that's guarantee that.
You'll probably never see a documentary of that. They'll have that on lockdown. Speaking of Disney, who here got to see X-Men 97 so far?
I did.
I did not.
Fantastic. Like I said, it's like seeing an old friend you haven't seen in years.
I've been arguing online with people that were pissed at Gambit in a crop top shirt, and I don't know what website posted something, and they're like, he would never wear something like that. Nobody wore that in the 90s. And I'm like, we wore that during football practice. What are you talking about?
I am relatively sure he wore that on the cartoon before.
But people wore crop tops in the 90s. So I went online and I found pictures of, Will Smith in a crop top and Adam Sandler in a crop top and all these different men wearing crop tops in the 90s, late 90s at that. And they're like, oh, well, that's a movie. That's from a movie. Well, you're crying about it in a cartoon. It's the same thing. Like, what are you
literally
like? What's your issue? But I liked it. I enjoyed it. I thought it was really cool. I'm not so keen on the animation style. I just feel they could have done the shading a little bit better like they did in the old show, because the shading was really good.
Again, this is computer versus cell drawn animation.
It is.
It's a huge difference.
Huge difference. But other than that, Cyclops, that boy got his
fucking superhero landing.
That was probably the coolest thing I have seen. That it was mind-boggling, because Cyclops was always kind of a douche, or as a kid I always thought, man, fuck Cyclops, he's a douche. As an adult, I now see that Logan was the problem. It wasn't Cyclops that was the fucking problem.
We kind of hijacked Bobby.
Sorry, Bobby. Sorry.
Can I finish, please? Jesus Christ. Anyway, now Sunday was a chill day. We chilled out. We were watching that, and then we went to a new barbecue joint about 10 minutes from the house. It was good. It was very good. I will be going back there again. I am not going to go into those details. I'll be here all day talking about it. And then we came back to my house. I meal prepped. She went home. I chilled out, watched this movie, and I was watching my basketball. So that was it on my weekend. Mel, what about you?
Well, I did some. He had a couple of events going on, so I participated, because anything that will bring us together, event to do together. I became a kid again. I made this giant hopscotch, and I was like, hold the baby. Let me show these kids how it's done. So it was a lot of fun. And then we went on a 5.5-hour drive to Palestine, Texas. And he got me a hotel because he was doing his investigation. I didn't go because he wanted us there. I went because he needed help driving. So I helped drove. So when we got there, I went to the hotel and I watched Harry Potter. And I'm like, I'm doing the same thing I would do at home, just in a hotel. This is lame. But it was still fun.
But at least you got out of the house.
I did. I did. No, absolutely, I did. It was great, being in the giant bed. Long story short, it was a chill time, and then we went to a couple of diners, so that was fun.
Nice.
That was it. That was my weekend.
Awesome.
And yeah, like she said, just to piggyback off of hers, I had to work. So I worked Friday night, and then Saturday morning we had an event for our clients at the day job where we just put together an Easter egg event or Easter event for their kids. So we had 1,100 Easter eggs. I want to say maybe 15 kids showed up. So it was a good turnout. We barbecued burgers and hot dogs for them. So I had to get up really early to be there. Then as soon as I was done with that, as soon as they gave me the okay to go, because the event wasn't over, but as soon as my boss got there, she was like, you can go. I know you got a long drive. So we hit the road, 5 hours. Luckily, Mel drove the first leg of it because I was just exhausted. Like I would have killed us if I drove. So I sat in the back with Charlie. played with her for a little bit till she passed out, and then I passed out. And then finally I woke up, we stopped to put gas, and I was like, I'll drive. I got this. So we got to Palestine. We ate dinner, met up with the team, and then took her to the hotel. We went to the jail to go investigate, which it was a chill investigation, but I feel like it was kind of lackluster. You know what I mean? Some stuff happened, but it wasn't anything that was like, oh my God, I'm terrified of being here. Usually I don't walk around places by myself. I was walking around by myself a lot, and it wasn't anything super scary that occurred there. Brody did jump on the live with me, which was cool. So he and I were in this murderer's jail cell talking shit to the ghost. And so that was really cool that he got to join in on that. And then Sunday, like she said, we went to a few diners, and then we came back home, another 5-hour, almost 6-hour drive. Got home, started cleaning up. How's it going, sister? My sister's in the chat right there. So then we got home, started organizing things and cleaning up and trying to straighten up here and there, and watched this movie again. And she left out the most important part of yesterday. She brought back her Mental Health Sundays on Facebook and Twitch.
Yep.
I showed her how to use Restream. So she's back doing her little podcast stream that she does. And I absolutely love that she's doing that, because ever since, she was pregnant, she would do it here and there sporadically. And she just needs to start doing this shit again, and so she pumped out an episode last night. I talked to her about maybe throwing it out on Spotify, so that way she has content out on Spotify and iTunes and all that good stuff. So hopefully that takes off for her. And so then we watched this movie, and it was hilarious because I'm trying to go to sleep, and she's like, you're not going to sleep with me while I'm watching this old people fucking movie. You did this shit to me last time, because the last time we watched it, I fell asleep, and I fell asleep right before like the end of the movie. Well, it started happening again. I was tired. So I started falling asleep. So she's fighting me for the remote, and I'm like, no, you're gonna watch it. You're gonna watch it. And so we're just like laughing our ass off because she's trying to find the remote. She didn't see me grab the remote and kind of throw it behind me onto the floor. And so she's freaking out on the bed, like trying to find the remote. She's like, where is it? Goddamn black voodoo magic. Where's this fucking remote? So she finds it. And as she's about to hit stop, I grab the remote from her hand and I put it behind my back. And with one hand, I take out one of the batteries, put the cap back on it, and then give her, I'm like, here, you can have the remote, change it. And so I roll back over to go to sleep. And she's there. She's like, you took the battery out. So yeah, so that's how our night ended. And then I finished it today. And now we're gonna talk about it. And
I'm curious though, did you hide the battery in your prison wallet?
I had it in the lining of my boxers.
I was so mad. I was so mad. Oh my God. I'm like, I'm not doing this again solo.
So, but
it's like old people fucking.
Like I told her today, you're gonna get old and want to keep banging one day too. So I don't know why you're complaining.
It's gonna be me. I'll tell you that.
So gross. I can't. Watching it's so gross.
But you doing it, it's like, oh yeah, saggy skin going on, saggy skin. It's okay.
It's different, but it's like literally an old person.
Oh my God! I can
watch.
It's weird.
You're gonna go to this movie for reference and be like, wow, he was still able to put down some moves. All right.
Jesus Christ. Anyways, we're here to talk about 2022's X, released March 18th. Plot rundown. In 1979, determined to trailblaze a new kind of cinema and reinvent the adult film genre, burlesque owner and ambitious producer Wayne recruits a group of young filmmakers to shoot their movie, The Farmer's Daughter. And with his aspiring actress girlfriend Maxine starring in the film, Wayne is convinced they will all soon be famous. Before long, the team arrives at a carefully selected location, a remote cabin in rural Texas, that Wayne rented from creepy owners Howard and his wife Pearl, and they get to work. However, as visionary director RJ starts shooting steamy sequences right under the nose of their white-haired hosts, a silent undercurrent of malevolence sends shivers down the spine. Can the crew survive the night's blood-curdling surprises? Directed by Ty West, The House of the Devil.
Wait. Yeah, say it right. Bobby, say it. It's T.I. West.
T.I. West, directed by T.I. West.
Look, we can't read now.
Hey, shut up.
The House of the Devil, The Innkeepers, written by Ty West. Cabin Fever 2, Spring Fever, The Sacrament. Produced by Harrison Creese, Those Who Wish Me Dead, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Kevin Turin, Antlers, Sharpstick, Ty West, VHS, and Innkeepers. Bobby, give me...
I want to shout out to everyone of Gene and Nina and Big Johnny D's in the chat. So welcome, Big Johnny D. We love you, buddy.
What's up, guys? Bobby's stroking out again. You're in the yellow, homie. That is why it is.
While he refreshes, I'll do the starring. He can do the next part. So starring Mia Goth, Suspiria, Infinity Pool as Maxine and Pearl.
Yeah.
Jenna Ortega, Scream, Studio 666 as Lorraine Day. Brittany Snow, Prom Night, Pitch Perfect as Bobby Lynn Parker. Scott Mescudi, a.k.a. Kid Cudi, Bill and Ted Face the Music. Silent Night as Jackson Hole. Martin Henderson, The Ring, The Strangers Pray at Night as Wayne Gilroy. Owen Campbell, The Strange Ones, Candyland as R.J. Nichols. Stephen Uri, The Hobbit, Deathgasm as Howard.
Ooh.
Simon Prast, Go Girls, Filthy Rich as the televangelist, and James Galen, Bridge to Terabithia, and The Meg as Sheriff Dentler. And we actually have a solid body count of 7. That's not that bad.
Nice. So I did not realize that was Kid Cudi.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know. I didn't either.
Wow. It does not even look like him.
Mm-mm.
Wow. So I will go ahead and do the next part because Bobby's still stroked out and Mel is making the baby a bottle. So music by Tyler Bates, Rob Zombie's Halloween, Deadpool 2, Chelsea Wolfe. Cinematography by Elliot Rocket, The Innkeepers, and Grimm. Edited by David Kashevarov, The Devil Below, Significant Other. Effects and makeups by Weta Workshop. Distributed by A24. Runtime of 106 minutes. MPAA rating R. Budget was $1 million. Grossed $15.1 million.
Yeah. So it was successful.
Yeah.
I will give it that. I will say this. This was the second time I watched it. I watched it the first time a couple months ago, just on a whim. I knew I was going to be watching it for this. I'm like, you know what? I just want to see what it's like. So, get myself into. And I liked it even less this time.
Are you serious? I liked it more.
I hated it. I hated it more this time because as I'm sitting here watching it from a more critical point of view, the first time I watched it, just casual fan, trying to enjoy it. The second time I'm more critical. And I'm sitting here watching it, and it suddenly hit me what I hated about it. It's like literally every fucking shot, every angle is a ripoff, stolen from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
But I think that was the kind of his whole point for it. That was the intention of it, which is why I appreciated it. And this time, watching it from a critical standpoint, like you said, I enjoyed the shots better. I enjoyed the cinematography a lot more. I did like some of the shots.
But the ones that were straight up stolen from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, first, that's not an homage when you absolutely steal the entire fucking movie practically. Every shot it's been done before. The only thing we didn't get was a close-up of Mia Goth's eye like Marilyn Burns.
Yeah.
Well, you got a close-up of other thing, but that's okay.
You know what, though? They did kind of do it, except in reverse when she was leaving the house.
I guess.
You know what I'm saying? It was kind of a very similar shot. But except it was in reverse.
The opening shot was stolen from the Texas Chainsaw remake, even.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I feel like that it might have been his intent to kind of honor it, but to me it just ripped it off, and I just did not enjoy it. It detracted from it instead of adding to it.
And for me, I feel like I did enjoy it. I liked it the first time I watched it, and then I watched it again, and I was kind of like, but then I watched it and actually paid attention to it, and I did enjoy this movie. I did enjoy it. I did not enjoy watching old people fuck.
No.
Not at all. But I did like the characters. It
See,
wasn't
I didn't.
one of the.
I hated every character in this movie.
See, and normally, you know how I am when it comes to these movies. I can't wait for all of them to die. I'm just like, fucking die already. And I did not feel like that with these characters. I don't. Not that I had. And yes, Gene, I do like remakes. Why? Not
I
all
do
of them.
too.
Not all of them, but I can appreciate a good
Let me
remake.
backtrack. I won't say I hated everyone. I did like Kid Cudi's character.
Yeah,
I did like him being, a former Marine, Vietnam vet.
yeah.
I did appreciate that aspect. But the rest of them, I didn't give two shits about. Especially the whiny, bitchy fucking filmmaker that was sitting in fucking shower crying.
Oh, dude, that. But I mean, fuck, dude. Like that was such a hard thing to watch, though. Like,
that's
watching your own girl get fucking pummeled. You're not going to be able to hit that right ever again.
She saw that BBC and needed it.
And then what happened after? Oh, I don't know. I think he left. Well, if it ain't the consequences of your own actions,
honey.
Oh, okay. Go. I can't talk when he has his mic on. So, the movie, as someone who enjoys horror but gets freaked out easily, I didn't get freaked out because I didn't expect to get old people fucking. I'm not gonna lie. I did enjoy it as an outsider, someone who is not that big of a fan of Texas Chainsaw because I thought it was based on a real story. Because he told me it was.
That's still the greatest story ever.
He told me it was. So I didn't get to see how similar it was. But I did enjoy it because it did take on a porno aspect of the old school movie.
Do you want to know why you didn't know the similarities between the movies? Because when I took you to watch it the first time, you were trying to give me a handy J in the theater.
I don't know what you're talking about. So,
see, part of me believes this is,
Look, I took her to go watch the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I was so excited to share this film with her. And the entire time she's like, take your jacket off. I'm cold. So I take the jacket off and she's like, oh, are you cold? And I'm like, no. She puts the jacket over my lap and then I'm like, stop it and watch the movie. What are you doing? No.
Wow. Who does that during the Texas Chainsaw
I'm here
Massacre?
for some adventure.
Wait. Who does what? Says stop or
who says stop? I'm here for some adventure.
It was a theater full of people.
Bro! You had
and the tickets were expensive.
It was not.
It was. It was expensive.
Oh my god!
Wow!
What a lame ass. This story could have gone a different way, but you have to bitch about it.
Whatever.
You're just going.
I'm not the one that got turned on watching old people fuck last night. So
I did not. What the fuck? I turned that bitch off. I didn't see it last night, but you saw it in the morning. So I'm just saying.
She snuck back into bed. She's like, "Hey, you want to pretend we're old?"
Exactly. Exactly.
Call me Pearl.
I was about to say. She said, "Call me Pearl. Call me Pearl." But no,
what is going on with Bobby's connection today?
I have no idea. He is stroking out. We can't hear you, Babu.
Poor Bobby.
Poor Bobby. It happens. That's why it's the shit show, baby. That's why it is the shit show.
And that's why you got the behind the scenes note, buddy.
Yeah, yeah. So, but like I said, I really enjoyed it. Granted, there, like you said, the filmmaker, he was a kind of a whiny little bitch. But the way Pearl just took him out, you know what I mean? And I'm watching this, and it from that aspect of it to where it was, yes, it was very much Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but the fact that it was old people, like these old decrepit people that couldn't hurt a fly, murdering people, you know what I mean? And
which brings up another thing. It was an entire hour before we got any kind of kill in this movie.
And you know what? I'm okay with that because we saw boobs.
Yeah. I mean, Brittany Snow didn't do much for me, and you know me, Mia Goth doesn't do a thing for me at all.
I know she doesn't.
But they're boobs. Are we not happy about boobs?
That's what I'm saying. See? High five, babe. High five.
I mean,
I don't know. You said no. I'm not high-fiving you on boobs.
I didn't say no to boobs.
I did like I did like Britney's singing voice when she sang Landslide. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. So
I mean, I've never watched Pitch Perfect, so I've never heard her sing before.
So Mel goes, "Oh, they're singing Dixie Chicks." I'm like, no, not Dixie Chicks. Fleetwood Mac, Stevie Nicks. She's like, no, Dixie Chicks. And I'm like,
oh shit! I just realized I have my freaking light on. Hold on.
I was like, I can't with you. I can't. But is there anything that you didn't like about the movie, babe?
Ooh, yeah, old people fucking. Okay, look, I get it. There were some horrific ways the way some of these actors died. It was very creative. I was here for it. However, my biggest issue is they're fucking old. You could have just pushed them over. They would have broken their fucking hip.
Yeah, I get that.
I'm just saying. You know what I mean?
No,
like
no.
it's not that hard.
I'm glad you said that because that was my one issue with when she got pushed off the pier. You know, old people are weak, and even if you're off balance, there ain't no way she could have pushed her off that pier without her as well.
I was thinking back to that scene, and I was like, wow, you know, she pushed her off the pier. That gator showed up awful quick.
Well, I think
she had to have been baiting him in that whole time.
Well, either that or the gator was still there from earlier hanging out because he knew that people were around. Gators aren't dumb.
Oh, when she was swimming?
No, they're not.
Yeah.
She got the...
Mm-hmm.
Bobby, what's your take on this? We've been going on about it.
Well, we got Robot Bobby again, and you're full green. You're full green, so I don't know.
No, I'm in 7. Or I'm going to say it's like the movie. I like the aspect that it is a grainy 70s movie shot in 2021, 2022, whatever it was. I enjoyed it. I mean, yeah, no, I don't really like watching old people fuck. But for what it is and for what he was trying to make of it, I'm 100% behind the movie. But I think the only character I could say I didn't like was the main porn star guy, not the executive producer, the guy who was doing it. He just didn't. Yeah, he didn't. He didn't. I don't know. His character quality to me just didn't hit home.
He was like Matthew McConaughey.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
He was flat. His character was easily forgettable.
No. The actual guy doing the scenes.
Oh,
Kid Cudi?
Kid Cudi?
Yeah.
See, he was the one I liked.
I did like him.
Yeah, I don't know. His character didn't. I feel like I could take him out.
But
everybody better.
But I mean, he was just the piece of meat. You know what I mean? He didn't really need to have a lot of character. He was there to be the cock. You know what I mean? And
he was the stunt cock.
He wasn't there. He wasn't there to have conversations. He was there to fuck. You know?
True, but I don't know. But
me and Steph got a huge laugh out of those big ass fucking bologna sandwiches they were making.
Oh, dude, those were like
those were fucking huge.
Those were the thickest bologna sandwiches I've ever seen in my life.
Right?
I was like, oh.
I know. Like, I love bologna sandwiches, but that's a bit much.
That's fair. But I don't know. For him, he did. But other than that, I have nothing bad to say about the movie. I loved that. This looked just so gritty. We didn't get very gritty movies. We don't get gritty from 2010 to now. There's not very many. Even when they try to do something in the 70s vein of grit, this one actually got it. Ty West, I'm not going to screw it up again. he is someone who definitely is like, if I'm going to make it grainy, I'm going to make it grainy the way it's supposed to look.
It's very grindhouse.
Yes. But I like it.
Grindhouse, it's very exploitation.
Yeah.
Which
I liked how everything was filmed old school, except the death scenes was just like 2023.
and that to me is where we get the chainsaw vibe, because that is technically an old grindhouse movie. Like it is that. It's a slaughterhouse grindhouse movie. Mm-hmm. This is the same thing, but it's done on a different level, and it's one where you don't think about it. So I think it worked for what it was, and obviously we ended up getting a prequel, and we're getting now a sequel to it. I'm hoping the sequel is really good, but I fuck.
Bobby stroked out again, but yeah, we are getting the sequel. I've never seen Pearl. We did get the prequel. I've never seen Pearl, so I don't know exactly like what the story is with that. But
I'm guessing it gives more of a motive as to why they kill or why she kills.
Maybe. I mean, I would assume that's what it is, but
because we didn't get really much of a motive. It was mostly just jealous of youth. I don't understand that.
Because she wanted some dick. Did we not get that? Hold on, I'm sorry. She was mad. Everybody was getting laid but her. And she's old, horny lady, which I feel like it's gonna be me when I get older. But
Jesus Christ.
I'm just saying. She was jealous, of course. Very jealous. And that's what she wants. She remembers her youth. And she was like, I remember getting laid, you know?
Well, I think too, a lot of it had to do with the fact that she's the star, or she was the star, because I did see the previews of Pearl or whatever, and so she was geared up to be this big star, and I guess it didn't pan out for her.
That's show business, baby.
Yeah.
Well, she was gearing herself up to it, not anyone else. Essentially.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. I just didn't get as much out of it as everyone else. I just don't see the appeal to it. The kills were cool. I will give it that. We did get some nice gore. And we got an eye scene, which I'm sure Brody absolutely fucking loved. He loves his eyeball scenes.
It was his favorite scene. You know that.
I can guarantee it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't... I just see more interesting movies come out in the past couple of years that wasn't this.
But for me, this is the best A24 movie. Because I don't really like A24 flicks.
I think this is the only A24 movie I've seen.
And I like I said, I enjoyed it.
I wouldn't watch it again.
Same.
I'll watch it again.
I'll watch the next one, but I'm good on this one.
I don't even have a desire to watch Pearl.
Fair.
And I'm on the fence about Maxine, and that's only because Halsey's in it.
Oh. See, for me, is the end. Well, I'm sorry. I'm looking. I will watch it. Looks good.
I hope it's as good.
I just want to know the story.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want to finish the story. I want to know exactly like what's going on and what happened with Maxine after the fact, because the movie had to get out somehow. The cops found the camera at the end, so she's supposed to be like this superstar actress or whatever. So
I don't know though. You think that would just sit and rot in an evidence locker somewhere?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you would also think they would find her too. It's like so.
And there goes Bobby again.
There goes Bobby again.
Oh man.
So is there anything else you guys want to generally discuss, or should we hear from the Saucy Alcy?
Let's hear from that Saucy Alcy.
Here we go.
Howdy do you there, folks. It is your DKB here, back for another episode of Gore, and this week I'm here to talk to you about X. So in saying that, I really enjoy this film. I really appreciate this film for what it is. I love how it's a bit of a throwback to that 70s aesthetic of a grindhouse featurette. It's not on the nose, but you can definitely tell it's there. I love how Ty West was able to create that atmosphere around these characters, set up the locations and all that entirely, whether it be the van that they're driving, the clothing, etc. Everyone that was involved on this to turn it into a world of 70s nostalgia did an absolute fantastic job to help sell the story for what the story is. So yeah, let's move on to what I do really appreciate about this film though. Yeah, so what I really appreciate about this film the most is the originality behind this script. Just this weird, wacky, wild, wonderful ride of a fucking script that just has twists and turns here and there that I did not even see coming. I think Ty did an absolute fantastic job, with these characters. These are characters that I actually like. I think he does a fantastic job setting them up throughout the film. I don't hate them. I'm just more interested and intrigued by them, especially evolved around the main premise of the film and what they're doing. I think it's actually really cool. You don't really see too many films that have sort of done that. I mean, I guess you could in simple terms of subgenres or whatever it may be, but the way he was able to represent this visually throughout the screen and the storytelling of the script, I thought was done actually quite superbly. And there was even at times where I was actually laughing at this film. It's got dark humour laced all the way through it. I think the way he was able to represent this film is absolutely stunning to a degree. It definitely feels, like I mentioned earlier, the 70s grindhouse artistic value to it, but it's a more modern days polished version of that, with some pretty cool cinematography, I've got to say. Some of the lighting in certain scenes, whether it be interior or exterior, I think he does a very fantastic job blending in that old school aesthetic of camera work throughout the 70s, the Super 8s or whatever it may be. But yeah, like it's just a fantastic script overall. I'm sort of fucking wandering off here, but yeah, the script, fan-fucking-tastic. So essentially, I haven't really got any dislikes about this film. Probably more so for the fact, and that's just me personally, is that give us a little bit more creativity in the kills. Definitely wouldn't say no to that. The acting. The acting in this film was absolutely fantastic for me. I enjoyed it. Especially shout out to Mia Goth. I mean, she's able to portray two characters or whatever it may be. It's just absolutely fantastic to see. I was a little bit fucking... I didn't even realise it was fucking her. Let's just say that until the end credits. So, yeah. In saying that, I really enjoy this film for what it is. I've seen it a couple of times. It's not a film that I can just keep going back to watch over and over again. But every time I put it on, I always find something a little bit new and different, that I missed previously to the other viewings. So, also, this is definitely up there, is Ty West's finest work. I was getting a little bit sick of his filmography. It was getting a little bit boring for me personally until he came out with this and Pearl. Absolutely fantastic. There's something a little bit about Ty's work that I can't really get myself involved with, but every time he puts out a movie, I've got to watch it. It's really weird. But yeah, in saying that, I enjoy it. I highly recommend you go and see it. I'm going to give it a Gore score of I'm going to give it a 4. So anyway, this is your DKB signing out. I look forward to hearing what you gentlemen have to say about the film, and I shall catch you mother lickers next week. Cheers, gentlemen.
Brody coming on strong with a 4.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be disagreeing with that. So we'll get there.
Oh, my mom's in the chat. Hi, Mom.
Yeah, you just noticed?
Mom? Yeah, I just noticed. I wasn't paying attention
Steve's
to the
mom.
chat. Hi, Mom. How's it going?
This is awkward.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ugh. Stop listening to this, mother.
Yeah. She was drawn in by here.
Oh, my God. I forgot what we were talking about. Oh, my God.
She was drawn in by the talk of old people fucking. She's like, hey, old people fuck. Get up.
I really hope she missed the fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre story. Oh, fuck. Jesus Christ.
Anyway.
All right. So, Brody coming off with a 4. Is there anything else we want to generally discuss about this film?
I don't think. I think we discussed the majority of what we wanted to. I touched on everything I wanted to. Gene wants to mention pirates.
God damn it.
You used to own it.
Specifically Pirates Part 2. I've never seen either of them. Did Pirates Part 1 leave on a cliffhanger that we needed a Part 2?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was a cockhanger.
Yeah. It's very, very good. 10 out of 10.
On a cliffhanger.
They did not say no in the Pirates. Unlike somebody.
Poor Scoobs. He just wanted to enjoy his Chainsaw Massacre.
I know. Come on.
We did.
Oh, he enjoyed something else.
Yeah, well, that was after the movie. So, okay, I guess we'll go ahead and do our questions. Bobby is.
You got the behind the scenes there. You gotta.
Oh crap! I forgot behind the scenes.
Can't forget that, buddy.
Hola, my bad. All right, so let me spread them old people cheeks. The day after X 2022's South by Southwest premiere, writer-director Ty West revealed that during a mandatory 2-week COVID-19 quarantine in his New Zealand hotel, before production could begin on his film, he wrote a prequel, Pearl. A24 saw the script and greenlit the movie even before production on X had wrapped. He asked star Mia Goth if she wished to remain in New Zealand to film Pearl, and she readily accepted. The prequel released later in 2022. Yeah, they did come out pretty fast.
It was like 8 months.
Yeah.
8-9 months between each other.
But I wish more sequels would do that. Especially if they're not horrible sequels.
I don't think this movie was, the sequels. I wouldn't think it'd be hard to make. I mean, it's based off of porno. Sex sells. So just make the next one. Part 2 on the porno. I don't know.
Well, the next one, the Pearl's a prequel. So we see the lady's story.
Yeah.
And the third one, it will be Maxine's story. So we'll see how that one. I wonder if that one's going to be like a murderous story as well.
I think it's going to be like more giallo influenced.
Hmm.
So this might be something more along the lines of something the pod boss would like versus anything I would like. That's for sure.
All right.
Because we love giallo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The title of the film refers to the X rating used by the MPAA from 1968 to 1990, which indicated that a film was only suitable for an audience aged 16 or older. The idea behind the rating was that, unlike other certificates, X would not be trademarked and would allow filmmakers to release their film in theaters without needing to submit it to the MPAA for an age certificate. Notable films that were originally released with an X rating include A Clockwork Orange, Fritz the Cat, Last Tango in Paris, Midnight Cowboy, and Sweet Sweetback's Badass Song. What is that?
I don't know, but it's badass.
Badass Song. And Bobby's back. Let's see if it works.
Bobby!
I reset everything, so if it just goes off, then I'll just give you my
Your
rating.
video already looks crystal clear.
Yeah, and it was funny because as soon as you walked away from your computer, you were full green.
Well, yeah, because I had to make sure the router actually went on, so I'm on a better network. Continue.
In the 70s, the porno industry would end up exploiting the X rating's lack of a trademark by releasing pornos in theaters with the same rating. Eventually, X became more associated with porn, and more theaters started refusing to show films with an X rating, forcing non-pornographic films to be censored to receive the R rating. In 1990, the MPAA discontinued the X rating and replaced it with NC-17. Unlike X, NC-17 was trademarked and could not be self-applied, but it still meant that most theaters would not show films with a rating, resulting in censorship once again.
Turn your mic off.
That's actually a really, really good history lesson.
Yeah,
right there,
that's really cool.
And sometimes I would like to point this out. There are some movies that have an NC-17 rating versus an unrated version, like Orgasmo.
Yeah.
And the NC-17 version is the better version, surprisingly.
Oh, wow.
I believe that.
Like the unrated cut, like the difference is there's like a lot of different, the shots are somewhat different. The jokes are different. I feel like the NC-17 version is a lot funnier.
I don't know which version I've seen, but then again, I haven't seen Orgasmo in a long time. So on with the show, or the behind the scenes, there's an adult film called The Farmer's Daughter, which came out in 1976, which is infamous because it starred future acclaimed mainstream writer and actor Spalding Gray.
No idea who that is.
Me neither.
I was going to say,
I've never heard of him.
I have no idea.
And if you don't know who he is, I don't know who he is. Do you know who he is, honey?
I have no idea. But I want to Google him.
I was going to say, see what he's done.
He sounds like somebody that would like be in a lot of plays or something.
Yeah.
That's like a play name.
Maybe that's where Captain Spaulding came from.
Ooh.
That's what I was thinking.
Eh?
All right, so the name of the gas station and mini mart at the beginning of the film is a direct reference to Ty West's movie, The Innkeepers, which was set at the Yankee Peddler Inn.
That's a good movie. I like that one, too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
I haven't seen it in a while. So supposedly it takes place entirely in Texas, but it was actually filmed entirely in New Zealand. And New Zealand looks a lot like... Okay. It looks like Texas because when they're leaving the fucking strip club, That looks like the industrial area in my town. Looks exactly like it. And there's even strip clubs out there
Dude, that is a weird place for a strip club too. It's like right out there on the docks.
But it's not though, because
Seriously.
you got a lot of industrial workers out there that go out there specifically after they get out of work. They go straight to the strip club
And blow their paychecks.
Yep.
Great customers. So Spalding Gray, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he is a American actor, novelist, playwright, screenwriter, performance artist. The Nanny, The Killings Field, Beaches, Caden Leopard. I don't know. How High? Spencer for Hire. He's done a lot. A lot.
All after porn.
Grey's Anatomy. Yeah.
Speaking of Spencer for Hire, I have a very good friend that drunkenly bought the entire series of Spencer for Hire off Amazon one night.
Oh my god!
How much did it cost him?
It was like $30. It wasn't even like super expensive.
That's nothing.
That's not.
He sounded a little too sober.
But then at one point, he also drunkenly bought the soundtrack to Iron Eagle, and was really pissed because it ended up not having the one song he really wanted it for in the first place.
Nice.
That sucks even worse.
That's not a good drunk friend.
That's my buddy Ed. He's crazy. He's funny. You guys would love him. Continue.
Love it.
All right. So when the moon is seen rising over the barn, the dark lunar seas, located predominantly in the northern half of the moon, are seen at the bottom. This is a result of the movie having been filmed in the southern hemisphere in New Zealand rather than its setting of rural Texas. But I'm telling you, man, New Zealand,
Looks like fucking Texas.
Looks like fucking Texas. Because where did they film the new Texas Chainsaw? That was in Bulgaria?
That was in like Bulgaria, yeah.
Somewhere around there. So I guess there's a lot of places that look like rural Texas.
And the weird part, you wouldn't know that unless you're someone who's so into that shit too.
Yeah. And I was trying to think too, like what? And I was going to Google it last night, but I didn't, to see where it was filmed, because I was like, oh, I wonder if this was filmed in Texas. Because like I said, that looks just like our industrial area here. So
I feel like a science nerd would immediately notice that the moon was wrong. So
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have noticed that. Or I would have just thought it's a damn CGI moon or something.
Or they flipped the negative, something like that.
Yeah. All right. Although filmed in the modern widescreen format, the end credits are initially shown in the old 4:3 aspect ratio. This is mirrored in the beginning scene, but in that situation, it is gradually revealed to merely be the image as revealed from the barn, which plays a part in the proceedings.
I don't know why, but I like how these credits look over like all the modern ones. So kudos
There's
to that.
something about that aspect ratio.
Mm-hmm. Yes, there is.
All right. So it took up to 6 hours to put Mia Goth in full makeup to include 30 individual prosthetic pieces to become the character Pearl.
That says 6 hours. She says it took up to 9 hours. So make what you will of it.
It was probably 9 hours on a good day. It was probably...
I would say, yeah.
But it's really cool that she played both characters, and you really couldn't. I mean, hell, I didn't realize that she was the old lady also, so I thought that was really cool.
The first time I saw this, I didn't notice towards the end when I saw more of light on the face, and I'm like, that's an older version. How?
I didn't realize it until they started looking at pictures. When they started looking at pictures of Pearl when she's old, when Maxine's standing there with her, I'm like, it's the same person. Holy crap.
Yep.
So I thought that was really cool.
It was very well done.
Okay. Man found in basement, also seen in missing persons ad on the milk carton when Jackson takes a sip.
Which is bullshit. And it says later on in there, they actually didn't start putting people's missing persons faces on milk until the mid-'80s.
Yeah. So they got that one wrong.
They did.
All right, this was kind of long, so if I get out of breath, I apologize. That's what she said in this movie. Several of the characters' deaths are foreshadowed in various ways. When Bobby Lynn exits the strip club at the beginning of the film, a large mural depicting a blonde woman with an alligator pulling off her bikini is seen on the building, foreshadowing Bobby Lynn's death by an alligator attack. Wayne, in conversation with RJ, tells him that people's eyes are going to pop out of their skulls when they see the adult film they have made. Wayne later dies by having the prongs of a pitchfork stabbed through his eye sockets. That got me. At another point, Wayne advises RJ, never let a good woman out of your sight, never mention her weight. Howard loses track of Pearl, which allows her to start her murder spree, and while dragging Lorraine, he comments that she's heavier than she looks just before her death rattle startles him into a fatal heart attack. Jackson mentions several times that he was threatened by farmers with guns while serving in Vietnam. He is ultimately killed by Howard with a shotgun. The van runs over the entrails of a dead cow early on. RJ's blood is splattered over the grill and headlights while Pearl stabs him. And Pearl meets her end when Maxine backs a truck over her body, crushing her head. In addition, when Howard and Jackson go looking for Pearl, Howard mentions his worry that Pearl will fall and break her hip. When Pearl fires the shotgun at Maxine, the recoil causes her to fly through the air and break her hip upon landing. That is one of the
hilarious
I
scene.
laughed. I laughed my ass off on that scene. Moving right along, Lorraine references Psycho 1960 during a conversation with the group. Later, Jackson discovers a partially submerged car in the pond, similar to Marion Crane's car being dumped into the lake by Norman Bates. I did not catch that. That's cool.
I was wondering, I'm like, why did I see that before? No, that makes sense.
And this next one, like Chad Addy said, in 1979, it makes reference to a missing person ad on the carton. However, the first usage of milk cartons wasn't used until 1984. They don't do that anymore, do they? Well, we don't have milk cartons much.
No, but if you put it on a gallon of milk, I mean, it's a lot bigger.
It's true.
True. Yeah. That'd be, I mean, we have social media now, so there's really no need for that kind of thing.
Amber alerts and everything.
But, yeah, but that's usually when someone says it's on social media. Is it true? And it's like, oh, well, no wonder why nobody gets found anymore.
Yeah, true that. True that. So when filming the scene for her iconic scream in the basement, Jenna Ortega was hung over after going to a bar crawl the night before with castmate Kid Cudi. That's fucking awesome. Party
Kid
balls.
Cudi, of course.
You party balls with Kid Cudi and you're hungover as a fuck, and then you gotta scream.
That makes it even better.
And he's probably walking around unfazed.
Yeah, probably.
Oh yeah.
Early in the film, within the gas station, Maxine makes reference that she wants to be famous like Linda Carter. Wayne soon calls Maxine Wonder Woman when telling her to get some Wonder Bread. Then, as he puts his items on the counter for purchase, you see he's buying a copy of the August 1979 edition of High Society with Linda Carter as Wonder Woman on the cover.
Linda Carter.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't around, but just looking at the pictures.
No, Tim, I don't think episode 666 will be our last. That's the one where we summon the devil.
Yeah.
No,
we're
gonna summon Dave Grohl.
Well, that's episode 666 will be Pick a Destiny. It's got the devil in it. Counts as a horror movie.
And we will have Dave Grohl on that episode.
Yes.
If we could get Dave Grohl in that episode, dude, we've hit it.
So man, fuck it. Dave Grohl and Jack Black.
But we have to ask him. So, did he suck your dick?
Did he suck your dick?
He'll probably just sit back like this.
Just be like,
all right. And the last one here, principal photography took place from February 16th to March 16th, 2021 in the Manawatu region of the Northern Island.
North Island. That would be New Zealand.
New Zealand. Yeah. And that is the Old Lady Cheese closing.
They can't really close very much, but I'm sure they're going to just, flap away.
They close, but it sounds like a rusty iron gate closes.
I was just thinking, like, when he was, old, it ain't clapping skin.
Yeah. And dust. Very dusty.
It sounds like you're rubbing two pieces of sandpaper together.
It's like you're dusting a carpet.
Yeah, and you got the two long balloons 4 days after the birthday party, and you step on them and they can't pop.
Oh, God.
I used to work with old people. These are all facts.
So did I.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I've seen some things and it just makes me go like this. If I get that, it'll shoot me.
Oh, my God. Yes. Especially when you're cleaning them and then they're grabbing your butt and you're like,
I
99 years old. Oh, my God.
I'll tell my girlfriend, I said, honey, if I start going in the head, I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
Just push me off a hill.
No, man. If I make it to be that old, I earned my craziness. So let me do what I want.
Fair enough.
I earned my crazy.
If I get that old, I just want to take all the drugs in the world.
Yeah.
It keeps Keith Richards alive.
This is true. Bobby stroked out again. God damn it, Bobby. Damn it, Bobby.
Damn it, Bobby. What the hell's going on here?
Oh. All right, so now on to our questiones. What format was this watched on?
Netflix.
Bobby's probably going to say on demand. On demand.
He's like that meme of the aristocrat vampires from Twilight, where it shows them looking down on everyone. That's him anytime he mentions on demand.
That is him. That is him. Anytime anybody mentions on demand, Bobby's like the Volturi from fucking...
I watched this on demand today too.
I fucking told you.
See? And I have it was lazy.
All right. Who was the douche of the film?
The old man.
Yeah.
He was kind of douche.
He was the worst of them. I didn't like too many of them all at all, but he was the worst.
Yeah.
Like, for the reason too, because he's just standing there talking to Wayne, and he's like, "I don't like you." Why?
Yeah. What did I do, dickwad?
Like, he just handed you a wad of cash. You should be happy.
Yeah.
Old fart.
I didn't like the main chick who wanted to be a star. I don't like her.
Me neither.
I didn't like her. I didn't like her acting. I was not
But she's
fan.
a star.
Her character,
All right. Everybody said theirs?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. What was your favorite kill?
Alligator.
I sucked it.
I like Pearl getting run over.
Hey, how did Brody get through his entire video without mentioning that eyeball scene?
I know. He probably fast forwarded.
He probably did.
He probably like,
nope.
Not going to watch this one, mate.
He might have been being terrorized by Huntsman again when that happened.
All right. Best scene.
I'm going to say the scene where Maxine was swimming in the pond and you see the alligator slowly stalking behind her.
That was a cool scene. That was my first choice.
Good. I'm honestly going to say
shot I really loved.
From the time Jenna Ortega comes up from the basement to that part of the third act.
Tim just realized you two are in the same room.
Yes, Tim, we are. That's why you can hear me through her microphone. You're fine. You can leave it on. It's whatever. John can fix it in post.
Sorry.
This is Big John's problem.
Man. Oh, okay. My favorite scene is when she's talking to her old lady and before he comes home, she's hauling ass back. That's when you realize the old people are the problem. Shit's going to go down.
That's fair.
Word.
I'm going to go with the scene where Jenna Ortega gets blasted with the shotgun because that was totally unexpected. Like,
that was
because you think it's Jenna Ortega. They're not going to kill her. Like, she's this huge star. And no, she fucking gets blasted in the face with a fucking shotgun. So I'm going to go with best scene for that. And I think we're going to all agree what the worst moment or scene is. Old people fucking.
Old people fucking.
So brutal to watch. Ugh.
Oh, God. It was so gross.
And, I tried to power through it by saying they're just it's prosthetics.
Yeah, they're just in makeup, but that doesn't make it any easier.
It does not. It does not.
Because it looks too fucking real.
Or when she was laying next to her and the old lady.
Ooh. She was molesting her. Yeah.
I couldn't. I'm molesting my old lady. I couldn't. I was like, oh, I'm about to lose it.
Yeah, that was bad too.
You know something? One of the most disturbing things, though, is hearing her talk to her husband. Come on, honey. Just give it to... I'm like...
But what about my heart?
What if my heart? I want your dick.
Then he's railing her. She's like, "Oh, fuck me.
That was bad.
Oh god.
And his heart was fine through that. It was the fucking death rattle. He's like, oh.
Oh, his blood pressure was already up from that, so it did not help matters.
Did not help at all. Did the opening scene hook you in?
I guess
Yes.
the opening scene was them in the
strip club,
dressing
right?
room. Yeah,
dressing room of the strip club. I'm gonna say yeah.
Cocaine.
Yeah. All right, I'm interested to hear everybody's answer on this one. Most attractive character.
Jenna Ortega.
agreed. That's what I was going with.
I mean, I love Mia Goth, but Jenna Ortega.
I don't like. I didn't really care for the other girl, but Jenna Ortega, she was a cute girl.
The naked blondie.
I knew you were gonna say that.
She was naked.
I'm going Mia Goth. I don't care that she doesn't have eyebrows.
Oh,
No.
I don't care either, but Jenna Ortega.
Reminds me of Monster. I can't do it.
she is just not attractive at all.
She's not at all.
I think she.
No.
I think she is, and Shia LaBeouf thinks he is, and he's an honorary Mexican. So
there you go.
Yeah, he's a actual cannibal too, if you believe the song.
Oh yeah, well.
Oh, cannibal Shia LaBeouf.
Did the score set the mood?
I guess.
I liked it. It
It
definitely
was very 70s. Yeah, John said I came in at the right time.
I'm guessing he came
Yes,
in
you
just to hear
did.
about old people fucking.
Yeah.
just like Howard came in at the right time too.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
So at that point, is there any venom left in the cobra, or is he just spitting dust?
I don't know, man. Never
Just
say never, but if that cobra got hard, that cobra got something.
Oh.
Gross. So gross.
Best song.
Don't fear the Reaper. Come on.
Yeah.
I got a fever. The only prescription's more cowbell.
Yeah, don't fear the Reaper.
Yeah.
I did like her version of Landslide.
I was going to say Landslide. For me, it's Landslide.
That was a great song.
Dixie Chicks all the way.
It's not Dixie Chicks.
Okay, look. In my
You know what?
defense, I came into America in 2000, okay? So I heard the song from Dixie Chicks. I didn't hear it originally. So give me some slack, all right?
Yeah, but now that you're here long enough, the slack is gone.
Yeah,
No,
the slack is gone.
It's still Dixie Chicks. I'm sorry.
No, it's not.
Hey, Big Johnny D liked Kid Cudi. That was his man crush.
Yeah,
Sure.
buddy. Favorite character?
Kid Cudi.
Yep. Chick Cudi.
And I gave my reasons why I liked him. Vietnam War vet, former Marine. He was a badass. He should have lasted a lot longer.
My favorite character is the alligator.
I'm going with the guy in the cow. I don't know why I just can never remember his name. The guy in the cowboy
Wayne.
boots. Wayne.
Timu. Timu. All right.
Yeah, Matthew McConaughey.
Timu McConaughey.
It's not even Wish anymore. It's Timu.
It's Timu. Yeah. Was it scary?
Nope.
No. I mean, it was the end part.
I don't think it was scary. It was creepy though.
There were some tense moments, so not scary though.
Look, and let me tell you why it was creepy to me. Not scary. Well, maybe scary because driving across Texas, you see a lot of these places that look just like the house that was in here.
Mm-hmm.
And so you never know. It makes you think, what the fuck's going on?
And even when I just drive around here, because we actually still have some farmland here, or even in Pennsylvania, I drive by it and I just go like this.
Dude, I live around
you
farmland.
got going
I'm
on
surrounded
out
by
there.
farms.
Yeah. So I won't say it was scary, but it
I
was
drive by
creepy.
so many farms on my way to work every day.
Put it this way, this movie's not scary, but Chainsaw Massacre made it for me more scary to look at a house and go, nope. Those are not free eggs you got on your corner there. That is some bullshit.
Dude,
Fuck you.
I saw so many free egg signs when we were driving, and I wanted to stop and get some, but I was like, no.
Free eggs.
I'm not getting murdered.
Tons.
Yeah, there was a bunch.
That's like when somebody's trying to sell a house and you see it says not haunted.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like one of those trucks, free candy for kids, but free eggs.
See, now I'm going in the truck. That's free candy. That's a different story.
It's free candy. Yeah, I'm taking it. Yeah. Does it hold up today? Well, it only came out 2 years ago, so yes.
So yes. Excuse me.
How was the acting?
Really good.
I
really,
agree.
really good. I loved
It wasn't
it.
bad.
I wouldn't expect the actors to be them, if that makes sense. Like Pitch Perfect, I saw Pitch Perfect, and it's weird because I didn't connect the two because she played it so well.
Mia Goth played a very convincing old woman. I'll give her that.
Yep, I thought it was good all the way around. There really wasn't anybody that felt like they didn't belong there. So I'm gonna say yes, the acting was good. Did you like the cinematography?
Yes and no.
I love how it looks.
I hated the ripped off shots for Texas Chainsaw, but like I said, I love that wide angle shot of
the alligator
Maxine swimming in the pond and the alligator slowly come up behind her.
And that was one that I was going to talk about when we got to cinematography because that was a really cool shot, and you just saw that alligator just creeping up closer and closer. So, but it like very, very much Texas Chainsaw Massacre,
and it was the tension waiting for that alligator to pop up in that scene because you knew the alligator was there. It was pre-established in a shot earlier, and then it's just hovering over her, swimming for a while. Then you slowly see the alligator come up from the other side.
And that is why I will never go swimming in a lake. Did you like the premise?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was all right.
I did 100%.
I mean, it was Texas Chainsaw Massacre with porno.
So it was like Hostel and Texas Chainsaw.
Yeah. John says, all in all, I'd say it was a decent flick. Probably a single watch for me, but it wasn't too bad. And that's me not being an A24 fan. I think there was too much public reaction to where it almost killed it for me. That's fair.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
All right. Last question here. Was the climax satisfying?
Yes.
Ask Howard.
He'll tell you, I never felt like that in years.
If we're going as that is the climax of the movie, then no.
I mean, Wayne and the filmmaker were the only two that didn't get laid in this film.
This is true.
Yeah.
Everybody else got laid. So. I'm going to say the climax was satisfying.
Yeah, I will say, I know we said it before, but man, I felt so sorry for that filmmaker, man.
Poor guy.
Yeah, poor guy.
Like,
he was a bitch.
Yeah, well.
It's no.
But I want to say that, you know,
was that a werewolf?
Yeah. I have two of them outside. Ambulance just passed by. So I will say the climax was satisfying, especially where I see the climax is where she pulls the gun on Pearl and realizes that the gun's empty. Howard just died. Jenna Ortega just died. And Pearl misses the shot and flies out the fucking door and breaks her fucking hip. But the reveal too at the end, of that scene where we find out that the preacher that's been on TV the whole time is her dad.
Yeah.
I find that
was a fun twist.
Yeah. I don't know why, but I find that to be so disturbing in like some weird way.
Well, I mean, she quoted him at the same time that he was saying, what was it? That I will not live a life that I feel I don't deserve or whatever.
Yeah.
All right. Our 4 R's: recycle, rewind, remake, or reboot.
Rewind. 100%.
Do rewind.
Not me. I've watched it twice. That's 2 times too many for me. I'm going to recycle this.
All right.
Recycle. Good.
All righty then. All right, y'all. Give me your scores, Chad Daddy.
Hold on a second. Let me get my little handy.
We're talking about X now. It's X.
Actually, Mel, give me your score first. Out of 5. Out of 5. Yes, recycle means trash, Gene.
4.2.
4.2.
Wait, you're giving it a 4.2 even though you didn't like it.
I will now watch it again, but watching it for the first time, not including the ending, with the old people fucking, but the ending of the movie where she's quoting her dad and the way it was filmed, the acting in there, it was really good.
All right.
Yeah, that's fair. Bobby?
4.5.
Ooh. Chad Daddy?
I'm giving this the rating that it absolutely deserves. What I thought of this movie, it gets a deuce. I'm
I
dropping a deuce on this
knew
one.
it.
Nah, I knew he was going to go low.
I didn't even hit
happen.
2 yet. I had already hit 2. You hadn't even said your
Dropping a deuce.
Nice. I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna go with. I'll give it a 4 as well. I'm gonna give it a 4 as well. Okay. Divided by 5. And that is a 3.74 for 2002 or 2022's X.
Okay. Can live with that.
Chad Daddy can't live with that. Look at his.
I wrote down barf next to it.
I've never seen you disappointed in a score as much as I have seen right now.
You said you didn't like it, you traitor.
Look, I didn't like old people fucking, but it doesn't mean that I didn't appreciate the way it was filmed and the acting.
Your mic is not on, but I think they can still hear you through mine.
We can hear. We can hear.
Yeah. So, did did a good job.
And I feel that's fair because there's times where there's movies that I really didn't like, but I can appreciate the movie for what it was.
Yeah.
I can't give you an example right now, but I think that's fair. All right, so Chad Daddy, what are we doing next week? Because I know we were supposed to do a different movie this week, but I think we're scrapping that movie.
Yeah, we're scrapping that movie. We may get around to it. We may. All
right.
I'm sorry, Brody. I know you like Bad Moon. We really wanted to talk about this movie, and I want to get back on track. So next week, we are revisiting our friends on Little Elm Street for Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master. Who did the production design on that movie, by the way?
Oh, was that our
guy
good
we know
friend?
by Mick Strong?
Was good friend, buddy? Mr. Mick Strong. It was.
Oh, that's right. Hell yeah.
Indeed.
All right. So do we have any nerd news?
I do.
All right. What you got?
Well, today, apparently, this was like early this morning, and I didn't know till like the end of the day that, for us, pretty exciting, and for Big Johnny D, they dropped the trailer for the big half-hour-long episode of Bluey called The Sign, and we finally see what it's about, and it's exactly what we speculated. It is Uncle Rad and Aunt Trixie's wedding.
Yeah.
And I saw a spoiler. And I want to tell somebody, and Steph won't let me tell anybody. She said, don't tell her.
You're going to tell me when we get off because I want to know. But
it's one of the shots in the preview they showed. It's zoomed in and cropped out to cut out something. Mm-hmm. And I could show you the picture in the chat, or I could just tell you later.
You can tell me later.
Do the chat. I want to know now.
I don't want John to see though.
Oh, fiddlesticks.
I don't know if he wants to see the spoiler a lot, but it's really cool. Like it's really, really, really awesome.
And also in that post that you tagged us in about Bluey, I had no idea there was a Bluey podcast, so I was super excited about that.
I was just posting about like the shots from the trailer, and then I found out later the trailer was up. I didn't realize there was a Bluey podcast.
I read the article and I was like, "Oh shit, a Bluey podcast! Let's go!"
Because somebody shared it in the adult Bluey group that I'm in.
Yeah. For those of you that don't have kids, you don't have to have kids to enjoy Bluey.
You don't have to kids. It's a great show. Wholesome show. Fantastic.
See, now I'm going to be starting to watch Bluey because you guys talk about it. And I'm like,
it's so good. You will cry.
So cute. And you will.
Just start prepping now, Bobby, for when you have kids. Start prepping now.
Oh, okay.
Because there's going to be a lot of Bluey and Miss Rachel.
And I'll tell you what, it was the episode Copycat when it really got real for me, and I got shocked because it was when the budgie died.
That's a good.
I was like, what?
Right. Yeah, I will give it a watch this week when I get a chance.
Let's see what other nerd news. Bobby did touch on it a little bit. Frozen Empire did come out last week, and I did get to watch it. I didn't talk about it in my.
And it made $45 million, so that's not too bad.
Not too bad. The critics are giving it. The critics are giving it shitty reviews.
It's actually more right now. Currently, it's higher than Afterlife. Right now, after its opening weekend and Thursday, it is sitting at 61 million after just a few days. So as of right now, Ghostbusters is doing well. And what I will say is I know critics and some fans are giving it shit like, guys, I'm not saying you have to like the movie, but look, it ain't all the time we get a Ghostbusters movie. I think it's good. Just give it a shot. Go to the theaters and see it. Don't wait for streaming, because before you know it, if everybody waits for streaming, shit's gonna die, and then you're gonna wonder why shit is just gone.
You know, I think it's better than 2016, and so that's a win for me, anyways.
Okay, so I want to talk about the so IllFonic released their year-long roadmap for the Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed today.
Yes.
Talk about that in a minute. Also revealed today was that they added 2 new clowns to the upcoming Killer Clowns game.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, it's right here.
They added the female clowns.
Oh, nice.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
So I'm hoping like they'd like distract you and then like fuck you and kill you or something. I don't know, but as long as they have inflatable boobs, I'll be happy.
What if that's one of their powers?
That's what I'm hoping for.
Oh, that'd be fucking
like they hypnotize
great.
you with them or something.
Yeah, that'd be fucking funny.
Did you guys mention Beetlejuice?
Oh yeah, the teaser for Beetlejuice dropped.
Yes.
Oh, that looks so good.
Looks amazing.
Didn't reveal too much, but it shows it opens like with Winona Ryder's character and Jenna Ortega at a funeral, along with her mother. So I'm guessing they kill off Jeffrey Jones's character from the first one, or it could be like her baby daddy or something, husband, whatever.
I have a feeling it'll be the dad, because
that's
reason?
My guess too.
So I have a feeling that maybe they moved back to New York. He passed away and wanted to be buried there. They haven't been to the house since all this shit happened. You know. And I hope it explains why Adam and what's her face aren't there.
Yes.
Maybe they are. Or maybe they are.
I just love also for me, I love the original. I just love at the end we just get a Michael Keaton just like so happy, just like the juice is loose. I'm like, you could have just sold me with that. That's it.
I hope
I needed.
I hope the movie opens with him finally getting out of that waiting room.
Oh my god, that would be fucking hilarious.
Please.
I want to see the lady on the couch. I forgot her name.
With the shrunken head still, because he shrunk his head.
Yeah, he's still got the shrunken head. That'd be fucking funny. But yeah, the Crow trailer dropped also, which I fucking absolutely loved. I know there's a lot of people that don't, they whatever, cry about it. It's
Steve, I'm in the same boat as you.
Daddy, not you. But there's people crying about it. Oh my god, it's not like Brandon. It's not Brandon Lee's Crow.
And we also got the trailer for Alien Romulus.
Alien Romulus as well.
That looks good.
That looks fantastic.
So where does this one? Where does this one take place?
Between Alien and Aliens.
Okay, so it's in between. It's an in betweenquel. Nice.
Yes.
I'm so curious. I'm just so curious because now I'm gonna have to watch Alien and then Aliens, so I'm just like so curious.
So Gene, check this out. So in the comic book, there is no last name for the character. All they ever call him is Eric. Eric Draven was a name that was created for the movie. In the comic, they never say the last name Draven. So what my hope is that Brandon Lee stays Eric Draven, and this is straight from the comic, and his name is just Eric. We don't see any other, tidbits that make us believe that he's Eric Draven. So we'll see. I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be a good flick. I'm very hopeful for it. So
same.
My boss said Warner Brothers states Beetlejuice is back after an unexpected family tragedy. 3 generations of Deed's family return home to Winter River. Still haunted by Beetlejuice, Lydia's life is turned upside down when her rebellious teenage daughter, Astrid, discovers the mysterious model of the town in the attic, and the portal to the afterlife is accidentally opened. With trouble brewing in both realms, it's only a matter of time until someone says Beetlejuice's name 3 times, and the mischievous demon returns to unleash his very own brand of mayhem.
God, I'm so excited for it.
Yeah. And Borderlands trailer too. I love the Borderlands game. It looks fun.
It looks so good. She looks so hot.
It's going to be a straight up. That is going to be a straight up popcorn flick.
I told you, Kate Blanchett is hot.
Okay, when I saw that, I said, "Fucking Chad Daddy," because I told you I do not think she's hot at all.
I disagree.
And in this trailer, I was like, "How the fuck did they make her attractive to me? What the hell?"
Just when she was Hela and Thor Ragnarok, that was hot. She was goth. How can you not love that?
I give it to you in Ragnarok, but outside of that, I don't think she's attractive.
Not even Lord of the Rings, dude. When she was younger and
no. I'm not in blondes. We've talked about this. Blondes just ain't my thing.
What is Lord of the Rings? Are you kidding me?
Okay, so going back to Ghostbusters, Alphonic dropped the year-long timeline, and these are, I believe, these are the free updates, and there will be paid updates as well, paid DLC. So the first update is in spring. The Ghostbusters Frozen Empire premiere celebration doesn't stop at the theater. This DLC will feature elements from the new movie, including the latest villain to hit the scene, Garaka.
Oh, shit.
Garaka, gear shells, cosmetic, and Twitch drops. In the summer, this year marks the 40th anniversary of the Ghostbusters legacy, and joining the party are a lineup of Slimers. Celebrate Slimer in multiple forms as he will be represented across his key roles, and it has Frozen Empire Slimer, Real Ghostbusters Slimer, Classic Slimer, and Twitch drops as well. Fall is the money shot. A new job is coming in hot with reports of double trouble causing a stir at the SCY County Courthouse. Look forward to a special bounty with 2 big rewards in this nostalgic DLC update. Includes bounty for the ages, gear shells, cosmetic, and Twitch drops. And you know what double trouble means in the courthouse?
Brothers.
The Scoleri brothers.
Scoleri brothers.
That's one of my favorite scenes ever.
Finally, in the winter, community feedback has been integral to the success of Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed, and we've taken that into account for this DLC. Stay tuned for the chilling reveal of a fan favorite ghost with a special ghost reveal, gear shells, cosmetics, and Twitch drops. And so we know it's not Sam Hain, as he's already in the motherfucking game.
Boogeyman.
I'm hoping.
Dude, it's got to be Boogeyman. It has to be. It has to be Boogeyman.
Really?
Dude, they have all the episodes on YouTube. I've been going through about 3 a night.
Well, I think they have them on Prime also.
Yeah, but I don't pay for them on YouTube,
okay.
So I'm like, fuck that. Because
no. What? Tubi or one of them had all the episodes of Real Ghostbusters because I watched all the Real Ghostbusters and then I started watching Ghostbusters Extreme.
Because I told Rebecca they got the 5-volume on Amazon for like $30. I said I want that for my birthday. Until then, I'm just going to rewatch them, and then when I get the DVD, I'm just going to rewatch them again.
Oh, and keep an eye out this summer. They're also releasing Ghostbusters Extreme on DVD, the whole series.
Oh, I had the Ecto one. I got it for Christmas.
I believe it's already up for pre-order if you want to look.
Nice. I'm going to check it out. Did you guys see the life-size Slimer that Trick or Treat Studios is releasing?
Yes, and it glows.
That thing looks awesome.
He told me about it. He wants to get it. And then he told me about another one.
The Terror Dog.
Yeah. And I'm like, look, if we're going to spend over $100, might as well go all out.
Hey, I'm in the process now of getting my Proton pack up to date and everything. So I'm like,
shout out to Mel for doing her little sexy Ghostbusters.
Oh, yeah. I saw that. Yeah.
Pictures that she did, which were freaking hilarious.
Love it. Love it. I love all the Ghostbusters.
Look, I didn't get to watch it, but FOMO hit and I want to fit in, so I put the costume on. There was nothing sexy about that.
Well, let's go ahead and wrap this up because I know Damien just called Mel to go get the Charlie. So hold on, honey. You got to sign off. You can't just walk away.
Hello, guys. My name is The Smiling Octopus. Follow me on everything. It's The Smiling Octopus. It is not hentai. I swear.
For anyone that is only listening along on the audio version, she did wink when she said that.
She did. But we can talk about it. Anyway, I do Mental Sundays. Hopefully I can do every Sunday. Yeah, come and join us. And away. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Our pleasure. It was great.
Yes, pleasure having you as always.
You'd asked if you could be on. We're like, absolutely. Hell yeah, this will be fun.
Absolutely.
Thank you for classing it up there.
Yeah.
This is true. This is your Killing Machine, Bobby Monson. We'll see you next week for Elm Street 4. Be there or be square.
Very nice. This is your Dark Little Knowledge, your Chad Daddy way down in the Chattahoochee saying, I'll see you in your nightmares next week, bitches.
And this is your host with the ghost, the Prince of the Paranormal, the Duke of the Dead, the Ghost Daddy himself, Lord Scuba Cabra, saying, Bon appetit, bitch.
Ooh, wrong movie.
I know.
Wrong movie.
Still my favorite saying. I don't care. It's still my favorite.
Old man dick.
I hadn't even hit end yet. Can I say fucking John's line? Jeez. And remember, stay fresh, cheese bags.